everybody on Instagram, and hi everybody on YouTube. Welcome, 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 welcome. I got news, big news right now. I'm going to be traveling across the country from LA all the way down to Chicago, or all the way sideways to Chicago, or all the way up and sideways to Chicago, through Santa Fe, through Sedona. So I will hopefully be doing some of this live streaming on the road. Hello, hello, hello to all you guys on Instagram. Hope everybody's doing well. And I'm going to be talking about some real exciting things today. Today's a book club day. I'm trying to do this every week. And today's book club is going to be Nina Hartley's Guide to Total Sex. Hi, Mr. Pirate Brain. I missed everybody too. I had a lot going on yesterday, so I couldn't do my live stream. I had some meetings that I had to go to. Okay, so here's the deal on the bow tie. It's by a guy named Dork Dozier. So look him up on Instagram or Twitter. I'm not sure where I'll have the links in the description box. But he designed these really cool leather collars or bow ties. Check it out. So if you want to buy one of these for yourself or someone else, I'll have the link hopefully in the description box at some point. So anyway, I thought I'd talk to you about a couple weird things that have happened to me lately. And I thought, well, weird means just different. And, it's so funny because I was thinking about this, and fetishes are basically just people's sexual preferences. And so some guy asked me to send my feet pictures to him. And I get that. They're into feet or whatever. But then he asked me if I would suck my toes for these pictures. And I said, no. No. So hello to everybody. I wanted to see what's up in your life and hear what you have to say about threesomes and swinging and fetishes and BDSM and all that kind of stuff in regards to what book I'm talking about today. Today is Nina Hartley's Guide to Total Sex. And I thought I'd read to you some of the ideas that she's talking about swinging, because she's open about her swinging relationships. She's talked to me about it, and her relationships are BDSM and swinging, meaning that she invites one woman to her home who's into being the sub, not the dominant. They're the dominant. So Nina and her husband are the dominants, and she's the sub, the girl that comes in, and they both totally dominate this woman, and I guess it works for everybody. And so that's her, but she does have a book which I would recommend you guys go get. It's about everything, but I'm just going to read some of the parts where I think it'll be interesting as far as our discussion goes today. She says, as far as swinging for the bleachers, she said, do your homework about the community you're getting started with before you run into a swinging community. You won't find travel overseas without reading a guidebook. You won't go traveling without a guidebook. She's like, so don't tackle the wilds of swinging without a roadmap. So I would think, do your research before you go ahead and start swinging or with any of these other interesting, unusual fetishes. Make sure you've done your research. There's so much on the internet and so many books out there and articles and podcasts and everything that you can definitely find a lot of information. Philip is saying, hello, Karen. I am into BDSM and I enjoy it with passion. Thank you, Karen. You're welcome, Philip. Okay, so another thing Nina was talking about is keeping an open mind. You'll find out things about yourself and your partner that will surprise you. You may discover new ways of turning you both on and off. So that's interesting. The way she says you can find out what turns you on, but it also you might find out what turns you off. Let's see. She says, be prepared to expand your definition of a good time. You may find you like to watch more than you expected. Are you more of a voyeur, or do you like to be the exhibitionist? Plan ahead for any contingency. Have what you need at the time you need it. You shouldn't have to worry about forgetting your contact lens case. Good point. Have your ID and some cash with you, but leave other valuables at home. You don't want to end up getting robbed or anything like that. Mingle freely with the crowd. You might even make wonderful new friends, and it's okay to be shy or unsure of yourself. Every couple was new once, so someone will help you out. Just remember to pay it forward when you're the veteran. So in other words, your first times are going to be maybe uncomfortable in a good way, but they're going to take you out of your comfort zone, obviously, because it's not like your traditional sex experience. Now, I can't speak at all from this because I have never done any of this. I'm reading to you what Nina said. Nina Hartley, she's a porn star and sex educator and friend of mine. And she also says that happy people are attractive. Decide in advance it's a hot date together, regardless of what does or does not happen with others. So just be happy when you're doing it. Don't walk in there with a bad attitude. And that goes with what she's saying. The people, what they don't like are manners matter. Don't be rude. Don't come on too strong. Don't let any emotional meltdown trickle over onto others. Like if you start getting jealous and that kind of stuff. If you can't keep it together, call it a night. Don't mistreat your partner in front of others. Another person's limits and boundaries are to be respected. Don't endanger the host's security by raucous behavior. Keep your less flattering judgments of others to yourself, and never, because you never know who might be listening. Like, don't be talking about somebody, and turns out they're right behind you. That goes for all of life, I think. And then watching is fine, but do not join in other activities without being invited. So those are the little do's and don'ts about swinging as per Nina Hartley. And as I said before, her book, Nina Hartley's Guide to Total Sex, I'll put a link in the description box, but it's a good book. And I think you guys will all enjoy it. And I say guys, I mean guys and girls. So hello to everyone on Instagram. And let's see where we are. Okay, so I'm going to go back and say hi to everybody now. So I say hi to Mr. Pirate Brain and Bryson and Doncho and Michael and Alexandra and Brian and the podcast by Mata, Philip, Brendan, Michael, Superbugs, CK85, Aki, and Brian. Okay, so all right, let's see. All right, so this is, I talked about this necktie that someone is designing. It's very awesome. It's leather. So it goes along with our whole BDSM concept. And I'm not planning a threesome. Nope, that's not what I have in mind. I'm just talking about it. Let's see. Okay, Nina Hartley is a queen, says Michael. And Mr. Pirate Brain is talking about, in all seriousness, Karen, as a public figure and the topics you cover, you should be careful in indulging strangers' fetishes, for example, feet. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for being protective of me, Mr. Pirate Brain. I'm pretty good about setting my limits, so don't worry. I'm not going to be licking my feet. I just thought it was kind of amusing that people have, like, interesting fetishes. Thank you, Superbugs. I wasn't here yesterday, and sorry about that. I was indisposed. We were taking some meetings, and I had a lot of things to do yesterday. I just did not work it in there, so I apologize. Again, if you want to have much more contact with me lately, my Patreon page is really getting very active. I'm going to be posting a yoga pose, me in my yoga gears, in a certain yoga pose once a week on Patreon. So you got to go to Patreon. The link is down below. If you check out all the way down at the bottom of this live chat, you will see I put the link to Patreon. So Patreon is where you could support me. At the same time, you get all kinds of special exclusive stuff. Same, I can pin it here on Instagram too. I'm so sorry for ignoring. I always feel bad about ignoring the Instagram people. I'm not. Patreon/KarenLee Potter, my name. If you want to go over there, feel free. I would love to have you join me on Patreon. Okay. I wasn't on yesterday. My fetishes are... Okay, so Brian, here we go. My fetishes are black bra, panties, and I love feet. Sucking toes is my favorite. Brian, tell me about the sucking toes thing and the feet. I mean, I think that women and men probably like it because it's another erogenous zone, but why are men so attracted to feet? And are there certain types of feet that you like better than others? Okay. let's see, howdy to Paul. And let's see, hello from Greece and Minnesota. When am I going to swing? I have no plans on swinging. Have you done a threesome? Dennis, I have not done a threesome. The most I've ever done as far as like along those lines is I've had sex in a room where someone else was having sex. So that's not really a threesome. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just like a exhibitionism. I don't know. Or maybe it just there was nowhere else to go. You're attracted to feet because we like cheese. That's very odd. What does that mean? Curtis said, I once had a woman who loved for me to fuck her in front of other women. Curtis, that sounds like kind of exciting too. I think, if you have, I guess monogamy with one person the rest of your life is tough. So if you want to spice it up, I mean, there are ways to do it, and that's why I'm talking about it. A lot of people are like scared to even bring it up. And I think if you are going to bring it up, you better be very careful on how you do it, because it is something that, unless someone's comfortable and aware of what's going on, they may end up taking it the wrong way because it's just society just frowns upon it. But there's ways that you can. I guess the number one thing I would say, which Nina also has said in her book, is about communication. Just make sure that everything you do is above board and you're communicating, and that's the best thing you could do for any sexual experience. But especially if you're bringing in any kind of extra person in the room, you want to make sure that it's all on board and legit. Okay. You like to be teased. I think everybody likes to be teased, Bryson. I agree. That for sure is, but how far would you go, Have any of you guys been involved in cuckolding? That's when you are in a room with your significant other or a significant other, and you are not allowed to participate in the sex. And sometimes you're put in like bondage, and the other person could be your wife or your girlfriend or whoever is having sex with somebody else. I did a video about that a while back. It got a lot of heated discussion, and a lot of people have tried it, which I was surprised, and a lot of people like it. I think it's in the category of like S&M. Let's see. Mostly eye contacting and focus. Okay. All right. So thank you for that. I like to be teased, but everyone wants the payoff. Yeah, in the long run, I think teasing is part of the whole foreplay thing. It's not like just to the point where you're just stuck as the cuckold. Is that what you're saying, Mr. Pirate Brain? Victor, what's cooking? Good looking. He. Ha ha ha. Philip, so trust and respect for each other is the key when it will be even better. No stress, wild fun. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't read that right. Trust and respect for each other is the key, and then it will be even better. No stress, wild fun. You're right. It's so hard because a lot of people get jealous if a significant other looks at another person. So how would you feel if the significant other was having sex with another person? So I think it's a tough thing to do, and in order to get that done, you have to really be open and have a good, solid relationship, because if you don't have a solid relationship or a trusting relationship, it could be a disaster. If I want a woman like you, but I do best sex. Sometimes I'm not 100% sure what language people are writing to me in. I can see your boob. Oh, that's nice. Okay, let's see. I have a fetish for a nice bush, perky breast with big nipples. I can't stand a bald pussy. Okay, so Curtis, what would you do if someone didn't have a pussy? I mean, didn't have hair on their pussy? Milkman, my fetish is putting whipped cream and ice cream on a woman's body and licking it up. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have tried all kinds of different food products and enjoy that. I mean, I certainly have used whipped cream as myself. It's fun, and it could get a little messy. Brian, a lot of women love being fucked with their legs up in the V with the big toe in your mouth, with their big toe in your mouth, being sucked on. I love small feet, and which have French tips. So okay, so that's your thing. He wouldn't turn a bald pussy away. Mr. Pirate Brain would like to know if Curtis would turn away a bald pussy. That was my dog Yogi having a little issue back there. Maybe Yogi is not going to turn down any pussy. I've done swinging before. It's so much fun. Milfman, how did that go down? How did you bring it up? That is the part that a lot of people have questions about. How do you bring it up when you're were you in a relationship at the time, or did you just have a threesome spontaneously? And people are weighing in on natural bush versus shaved bush. I mean, I think that goes along with all kinds of trends. You know, sometimes the trend is for big boobs, sometimes it's for skinny, no boobs, sometimes it's for, bush, sometimes it's for no bush. All I can say is it should matter more about what the person's like than whether or not they have a bush or not. Milfman likes the pussy with no hair. I do not like hair in my food. And Sharado. Okay, I'm going to call you Shar. Shar likes bondage. Yeah, so have any of you guys tried, like, blindfolds or flogging with a paddle, with a flogger? Paul, my girlfriend wanted me to educate her about the fringe lifestyle. Fringe lifestyle being, I'm sure, this whole BDSM swinging lifestyle. And Michael, are you referring to, it does not matter to me whether or not a girl has shaved or not shaved or Brazilian or whatever. I guess there's pros and cons to everything. I would say it just has to be clean. My fetish is a woman with muscle, Dennis on Instagram says. And Dennis likes it to be trimmed. Let's see. Dildos. Some people like using vibrators and dildos and placing them in each other's orifices. Curtis says make him grow it out, and that has happened several times. If she made my fat dick hard, no, most women look like children down there, and most shaved pussies are ugly. Okay, Curtis has said it all. I guess he would throw them out of bed until their hair grew back. Let's see. I seen a bald pussy when they shaved after a warm shower. Okay. Thank you, CKA. Let's see. I don't mind searching through the jungle to get to the tasty meat, Mr. Pirate Brain. And Dennis likes it trimmed. Okay. Everybody's got like their own favorite thing going on. And I guess the same, I should ask a bunch of women what they like in men. If they like it shaved, or if they like it trimmed, or if they like a whole like forest down there. Paul, you're saying it's poly and BDSM. That's what the fringe lifestyle is. So, okay. Let's see. All right, I'm going to open up the forum here. I may be sorry. Okay, the realist said, the fantasy of you and Nina Hartley fucking two dark-skinned black men, fucking amazing. I think that's just going to be a fantasy for you right now, the realist, but fantasies are awesome. Michael said, pussy is just awesome. So, hi, Kay Smitty. All right, so I'm going to open up the forum right now because we've got about 10 minutes left to any questions that you guys have, or comments, or thoughts over the last few weeks. Open the phone line. I can't open the phone line, Brendan, because I'm using it for my Instagram feed, and they wouldn't like that if I turned it off. Let's see, Brendan. Bryson. I figured out I liked touch. Okay, I'm glad that you figured that out. Awesome. Let's see. Okay, let's see what's going on. What is my fetish? Dennis wants to know. I mean, that's what a thing is. What does fetish mean? Does fetish mean, do I only like a certain type of sex, or do I like a certain position, or do I like a certain uh, sex toy? I mean, I think it just wherever it goes. I don't even know if I could answer that. What type of sex do old women like? I think older women like anything that younger women would like. Actually, probably more so because they've been around and they've experimented, so they're trying almost all try new things. Mr. Pirate Brain thinks this is half hour is not long enough. And you're more than welcome to go to my Patreon page. I'm definitely on there often. Brendan, Karen are trimmed or shaved or blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that means. How can I communicate with you in private, Curtis? If you look at the bottom of this live chat, Curtis, I have a way that you can communicate with me privately, and it's called Patreon. And I think for as little as $5 a month, you can have all kinds of extra perks like messaging me. I don't know what levels there are, but there's coaching on there. There's ways that you can see special pictures and videos. So it's all on the bottom of this live chat. Just scroll on down and you'll find it. Let's see. Next question. K. Smitty, I like to lick and kiss a woman's belly button. Yeah, that's a good question. A good point. Paul says older women love cunnilingus. I think all women love cunnilingus, aka oral sex. You see, with sex, and some guy goes to me, why do you always talk about sex? Because I think that's what pretty much all guys like to talk about. But with anything, like the body itself, I think everything is an erogenous zone. I mean, it could be behind the ear, it could be the neck, it could be, the throat, it could be behind the knees, it could be the belly button, it could be anything. Just, try it all. What do you got to lose? Just a body is a temple. 5CKA. Let's see. Where were we? You prefer old men or young men? Dennis wants to know. I prefer my boyfriend right now. Okay? Let's see. Thank you for saying great advice. Secret of your right pussy. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I don't understand. We are born to have sex. We are sexual human beings. That's right. And we're one of the only animals that has sex just for pleasure. I think we might be the only animal that does. Thank you, cat banging. Thank you. Are you a cougar? Christian asked me. I have redefined myself as a cougar. I have redefined the word cougar as a confident, older, unique, genuine, assertive, and racy woman. That's me. So yes, Christian, I am. If you are talking about a cougar in that respect. MILF Man, I was dating the girl for almost a year, and I just asked her for a threesome with 2 women, and she said yes. To me, a lot of women are open to it. It's just a matter of asking. Very good point. Ding, ding, ding. MILF Man says it. A lot of women might be open to trying a whole gamut of different things if you just talk about it. If they say no and they get insecure, find out why they're feeling insecure. Let's see. I think dogs have sex for pleasure. I don't think that. I don't know. I mean, I thought that what I read about dogs is that they have sex when the dog is in heat, and the rest of the time, I believe, not positive, like my 2 dogs are males and they hump each other for dominance. Let's see, Paul, proofread your posts, everybody. The only thing is she might ask, the only thing is she might ask to sleep with another guy. Yeah, Milkman, what would happen if it was the other way around, where now that you've had 2 girls with her, what about if she said, I want 2 guys now? Would you be okay with that? Oh, you're going on Milkman? Case Smitty's going on my Patreon page next week. Yay! I get very excited. And also, if anybody wants to, there's Super Chat down below this. There's a little $sign. You can chat. You can donate a couple dollars, and I get all excited and give you a shout out on Instagram and Twitter and everything else. So there's all kinds of ways that you could support me. And that's the way I support being able to do these live streams almost every day. Let's see. Okay. Man, are you a fan of wrestling, says Shazar. Like, what type of wrestling? I'm not 100% sure what that question means. Like watching World Wrestling, or just wrestling in general, or wrestling for fun with a partner. I don't know. As long as it doesn't get out of hand. Hey, you like my explanation of a cougar? Cool. Let's see. North Dude wants to know what my favorite sexual position is. Probably with me on top so I could see what's going on. Yeah, probably. I think that a lot of people like that. Paul wants to know about me wrestling. Do I like wrestling? I don't know. It depends on who I'm wrestling with and how wild it gets. I don't know. Probably not, because I'm not that strong. Let's see. You look very sexy and yummy in your sexy blue short dress. Okay, it's not a dress, but okay, thank you. Edward, let's see. Who's my favorite wrestler? Okay, so Shazza was asking about who my favorite wrestler was. The only wrestler that I've ever met was the Iron Sheik. I met him on an airplane. Very wild experience. The guy is nuts. But that was a long time ago when he was wrestling. I don't think he wrestles. Or maybe he does. I don't know. But it was the whole wrestling group of people were on my plane, and we were talking to them, and you know, they got a lot of personality. So, who's your favorite wrestler, Charizard? Let's see. Can we see under your arms? Is that another one of those weird fetishy things? Can we see under my arms? I don't even know why these are the weirdest requests. Let's see. What do you think about Ronda Rousey? Do not know who that is. It might be a wrestler, or it could be a porn star. A lot of women do like wrestling their men, Paul. I think, yeah, you know, if you ever look at little young boys, they're always wrestling each other. I remember when my kids were young, they were always wrestling each other. And I think it's like getting ready for sex type of thing. You know, they have a lot of excess energy that they have to get out. Let's see. Bryson, yes, I do have a fetish. Women with big breasts and curvy. Yeah, I mean, some people like curvy, some people like skinny, some people like really fit, some people like really fat. You know, just whatever floats your boat. Oh, yeah, and The Rock. Yeah, I like The Rock. Okay, so I'm running out of time. Anyone relatively famous you've done? I did have sex, Brian, with a famous person, relatively famous person back in the day when I was single. So that was about it, though. I don't really feel like kissing and telling. Maybe one day I will. Anyway, just being honest. Beautiful eyes. Thank you, Wayne. Okay, so, she's a fighter. All right. Curtis, are you shaved or not? Would love to have you stand up and show your panties. Curtis, come on. Be respectful. Ronda Rousey is a crybaby. I used to like her, but she's a sore loser. Okay, so I guess she's a wrestler, right? All right. Anyway, like I said, we're running out of time. If there's any last minute questions, no, I did not have sex with Bill Clinton. I did not have sex with that man. No, but I definitely had a fantasy or a dream about him. Yeah, Curtis, no. Let's see, what's going on here on Instagram? You look stunning as always. Hello from Brazil. Am I married? No, but I live with a man. Good. Let's see. Kisses from Belgium. This is cool. What I like about this is I get to meet people from all over the world. Have I ever heard of Peter North? I guess I'm not as up on the wrestlers as a lot of people are. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed our discussion today on Nina Hartley's Guide to Total Sex and Swinging. And I will put the link for that in the description box below. And if you haven't already, make sure to like this video. I forgot to mention that. Even if you're watching it later on, 2 thumbs up for the video. I think you can only put 1 thumb up, but make sure to like it. And if you've got questions or comments or stuff that you've done and you watch this later on, please make sure to put it in the comment section, because I read all the comments. I answer all the comments. I try to answer all the comments personally. If I don't, then just remind me. Let's see. Milfman, if she trusts me enough to sleep with another woman and come back to her, then there is no reason for me not to trust her to do the same. Oh, good point. That's a good point. All right. Mr. Pirate Brain, you had a fantasy about Monica Lewinsky. Oh, Brendan wants to see more guests. All right, people, make sure you put all those comments below. I love you all. Keep spreading the love. And don't forget to join me on my Patreon page because you can see me in different yoga poses. That's my latest little extra perk. Bye-bye for now, and have a good one. Bye-bye, my Instagram peeps.